Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. We are just 2 days away from Derby Day after almost 8 years without a Newcastle versus Sunderland game. It's happening, it's this Saturday and I will be there. The first Derby Day that I will be going to in person. Got my season ticket, 8 years ago when we got promoted from the Championship with Rafa Benitez. We haven't played them since then, so this is the first chance I've had. I will be at the Stadium of Light this weekend, and hopefully can be a win for Newcastle. Sunderland, it's a chance for them to try and, knock us off where we are. Sunderland are the team who are watching Newcastle get Champions League, get the richest owners in the world. Is it their chance to try and pull one over on us? Or is it Newcastle's chance to get a win in a derby for the first time in over 10 years, the 6 in a row, is it our chance to get the win and pull it off? What I will say is that Newcastle owners are working damn hard to make sure this is, hopefully going to be a very good day. Game aside, they are paying what is thought to be over 100 grand to have 6,000 Newcastle fans make their way from St James's Park. Bubble grouping of the fans to get them at the stadium. I remember years ago where both sides kind of fought back against that and said, we should be, shouldn't be having to do this. Not that it was coaches as such, but having to be on certain metros and, all that kind of thing. There was kind of a movement made to be like, let's get there how we want to get there. It's understood that the options were, do you want to take 2,000 or do you want to take 6,000? If you take 6,000, you've got to put your own transport on. And in fairness to the Newcastle owners, they're putting their hand in their own pocket to allow as many fans be there as possible. Now, in order to have that many Newcastle fans there, there's got to be something done over at the Stadium of Light. And I'll be honest, if this was happening at Newcastle, I would be foaming. If I was a Sunderland fan right now, I would be so upset, angry. I'm laughing. Because basically, to allow as many as 6,000 Newcastle fans into the Stadium of Light, something's got to be done. The away end isn't that big. To allow as many as 6,000 fans into the Newcastle end, they've had to basically move some of the home fans out of their own seats. Now, don't get me wrong, we see this quite frequently. I remember seasons ago where Newcastle played Leeds in a cup game and we ended up giving them a huge allocation of like 8,000 seats. And, as part of the FA Cup and the rulings of capacity and tickets, they had to give us more. To do that, some people have to be moved around. Now, if you're that Sunderland fan who's just been told, by the way, there's going to be a Geordie sat in your seat, you'd be a little bit miffed. Presumably they get first opportunity to get a ticket wherever they want else in the stadium. I'm presuming all season ticket holders will still be able to watch the game, but to know that you've got binned off for a Geordie to go and sit in your seat, I think is probably one that'll make you a little bit upset. But if that wasn't enough, and as again, big up to the Newcastle fans who will go through all lengths to hopefully, make this a big day to remember and not to forget. What have they done? Well, according to social media, they've gone in and started decorating the away end. That's right, Newcastle signage has been spotted in the away end of the Stadium of Light. Wow. I am gobsmacked. I absolutely love it. I think it's hilarious. There's even one of the signs that's got, I think it's got Mackham crossed out and then Geordie written over the top, or Hawaii written over the top. It's mental. Big, maybe it just shows, I don't know if Newcastle have had to pay into Sunderland to allow them to do it, if Sunderland allowed it because they want the money, because that's the other side of things. Sunderland are, you don't know where they are. It's rumoured that Sunderland actually didn't sell out the game and have had to offer additional tickets to the season ticket holders to say, do you want to buy an extra ticket? If this was happening at St James's Park, I think you'd struggle to get near the door, never mind being offered an extra ticket. So is this a situation where they've taken as many fans as they can because they want to make sure they can fill the stadium? Is it a situation where they're now allowing the signpost signing to be put up in the stadium, because it means that they can, I don't know, take some sort of payment from Newcastle to allow it to happen. Nuts. I mean, it's good that it's there, and I think the reason they've probably done it is because of the fact that some of these buses are rumoured to be leaving St James's Park as early as 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. You know, if you're going to be stuck in the stadium like 3 hours before kickoff to have a couple of signs around. I'm sure someone posted one and it was like, "Cheer up, Peter Reid" was one of the signs behind the bar. I mean, if you were a Sunderland fan, that is like for some of them, that's their home end. You know, we've got in, we've taken the seats off them in their own stadium, and then we've put our own signs up. Yeah, I mean, it's been a good laugh for me this afternoon. I'm sure there's some Sunderland fans whose seats they aren't too happy about it. But at the end of the day, as fun as it is, it all comes down to what happens on the pitch as well. And it's a funny one, isn't it? Because I honestly think Sunderland are playing Newcastle probably at the best time they could have for 2 years. You know, honestly, I think we've been so hi-fi, you know, played them any time last season. You know, I think we'll go there and beat them. Start this season, you know, when we're firing 4-1 past PSG. Let's play them a day later. Don't even take a break, just go out there and play them. You know, all of a sudden, the away form hasn't been quite as good. We have had some injury wars, and all of a sudden it's a chance for, as I said earlier in this video, take a little stab back at us and go, yeah, you know, you're doing all right, but we're still here. Don't forget about us. And honestly, I would have just been as happy if we did forget about them. Really, you know, for years it was Sunderland. It was the first fixture you wanted to find in the diary, in the calendar. Not anymore. You know, I'm over that. You know, not bothered. Stay where you are. To be honest, it's not one we need. It's really, all the pressure's on us. All of the pressure is on Newcastle United. No one expects Sunderland to win this game. Really, it's a no-lose situation for them. They're playing a game against a Champions League side. You know, a team that was competing in the Champions League. If they lose, they lost against a side that costs £200 million more than their side does. If they win, they'll laugh at us for how long they want. You know, it's bragging right to the northeast. You know, like, we need to go there. We can't lose. We're not allowed to lose. We have to go there and win. We should go there and win. And if we don't, and you know what, it's the FA Cup as well. We're out the Carabao, we're out the Champions League. The league's a struggle right now. The FA Cup is a big chance to try and do something silverware this season. Really, I'd rather play anybody else. Any other championship side, you know, any other Premier League side. At the minute, you saw what was it in the Carabao. Suddenly, on the pitch, it's let's get through to the next round of the FA Cup. Off the pitch, yeah, it's who's going to be laughing at who for however many more years till we play them again. And as I say, I'm going to be there, so be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the videos this weekend. Hopefully I'm cheering. Buy the new signs in the stadium, and I'm not crying. Look out for the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know how you think the game will go this weekend, and I'll catch you at the weekend. See you later.